Hello the internets! It's yours truly, Claudio Passavanti, aka Dr. Mix. Tonight's video is very special because, I don't really react to news of the day, but this one hit me pretty hard, and I am really mourning the loss of music genius Chick Corea, who is a great inspiration for me. And apologize if I'm a bit emotional. I was preparing for a video that I was about to shoot today, and then I got the news, and I've been crying quite a bit, so I'm trying to put up good spirit, but I'm really touched on this occasion. I just wanted to tell my Chick Corea story, because this goes back to when I used to live in the United States. When I was 20, I went to the United States, and I studied music, orchestral composing and arranging at the Grove School of Music, and that was in Canoga Park. I mean, it was first in Van Nuys, very bit dodgy area actually, but then it moved to Woodland Hills, and I was there, and Frank Gambale would come and do workshops at our place. I believe our school is where Dave Weckl auditioned for Chick. Just a few years before, in fact, I think. So I was, in the middle of it. I would study during the day, and at night I would go to Le Café, Baked Potato, and I would watch John Patitucci, Dave Weckl, Peter Erskine, Alan Pasqua, Ernie Watts, Dave Grusin, Don Grusin, Vinny Colaiuta. So it was like a super magical moment where I was absorbing everything about American music and, that sort of West Coast modern jazz. It was just jazz at the time, contemporary modern jazz. And Chick Corea was one of our heroes. So I ended up meeting John Patitucci, meeting Dave Weckl, and I had a producer who used to run a label in the Sony Music Italy umbrella. So I said, I have a chance to record some music with John Patitucci and Dave Weckl of Chick Corea's Electric Band. Would it be okay if you found some money for me so that I can hire the studio, hire the musicians, and get it done? And they said yes. So off I went. I contacted the recording studio, see if they had some days free available for, like a young person project, such as myself. And before I knew, I found myself recording this, which was my first album. Yep, this one. Claudio Passavanti, it's actually just Passavanti After Hours Ritual. I had this idea that I wanted people to dance to jazz. I didn't know how to do it, but I surely tried and give my best. So featuring obviously John Patitucci, Dave Weckl, and here we are at Chick Corea's studio. And here's where I met Bernie Kirsch, Chick Corea's sound engineer since the 70s, and also. Chick Corea's studio is where they recorded most of GRP studio records, and Bernie was on the majority of them, and either recording, mixing, or both. It was a fantastic session, and I found some pictures. So these are pictures from that session. Here's me, Dave, John, Bernie. Yep, this is Bernie doing his thing. This is my set of keyboards. I had a Kurzweil K2000 here. Up here I had, I can't remember, can't see it, Atari ST. And this is, recording the piano. Oh, I had an R8. Yeah, that's what I had at the time. Oh, I had an O1W. I remember. I had an O1W. That's what this was. Anyway, I became, very, very close. Yes, I'm being silly for a change. And here I was, pretending to be inspired. No, I was probably inspired for real. Anyway, it was, as you can imagine, look at Chick Studio, man. Look at this nave. What? Amazing. So, we spent some days there, and I got to become friends with Bernie. And Bernie said, of course, I was openly a big fan of Chick Corea. Here I was in his studio, and Bernie said, well, listen, why don't you send a CD when you have it? So I'm gonna give it to him. And I said, yeah, sure. And I did. After some time, this letter showed up. Look at that. So, firstly, he had the Chick Corea Electric Band stamp on the letter, and it said Chick Corea, 1st of November 94. And he says, Dear Claudio, I received your letter. Thanks for writing and for your very kind words. I can't remember what I wrote to him, but clearly I must have sent him some kind of love letter. And he said, I'm wrapping up the European tour right now with the quartet, including John Patitucci, and I will be moving on to Korea next. Tour is going well, and I am looking forward to the newness of playing Korea, Manila, etc. I'll be on the road until the end of the year. He says, I haven't had a chance to listen to the CD yet, but I wanted to write to you and thank you so much for the dedication. It means a lot to me to get that kind of feedback, and I want to wish you all the best of luck in your music and success of your CD. Warmest regards, Chick. Now, here's a man who is on tour. He's been told that one of his fans has just recorded some music at his studio, and he's touring. So he gets that letter that I wrote to him read to him, and he sits down, writes a thank you letter, signs it, posts it, and sends it to me. That's the kind of guy he was. And I went on to become, good friends with Bernie. We ended up doing, I think, 3 or 4 records together. And, we like to talk. We're good talkers. And I want to close the video with the message that I exchanged with him tonight. And I said, hi Bernie, I just learned about Chick. I'm really heartbroken. You're in my thoughts. Hope to see you soon. Lots of love, Claudio. And he replies, hi Claudio, thanks for the condolences. Much appreciated. Keep creating. It's the antidote. Lots of love to you too, Bernie. So, my closing thought for today is keep creating. It's the antidote. Safe flights, Chick. And lots of love to you all.